You've seen the headlines everywhere. Meta in talks with Google for TPUs, NVIDIA finally facing real competition, and AWS claims up to 50% lower inference costs. But here's what almost no one is telling you. This isn't just a chip war, it's a war over who controls the economics for AI over the next decade. And the winner is not who you'd think. Welcome back, it's Grant. Now, if you're an investor looking at Alphabet, or if you're bullish on AI infrastructure, there's one thing that you have to understand. The company that controls the cost of intelligence will end up controlling most of the profit of intelligence. Now, right now, we have a three-way battlefield. NVIDIA, Google's TPUs, and AWS Trainium and Inferentia. Let's break it down tier by tier, because not all AI workloads are created equal. Tier 1, frontier training and bleeding edge research. New architectures, trillion parameter models, massive pre-training runs. Winner? Still NVIDIA, by a mile. The CUDA ecosystem is untouchable. Every major lab, every breakthrough, every new paper still ships first on NVIDIA. Maximum performance, maximum flexibility. Now this is where the billions get spent and where the next GPT-6 or Gemini 3 will be born. Winner of Tier 1, NVIDIA, no debate. Tier 2, large-scale inference, where AI actually prints money. Search, YouTube, recommendations, ads, Gemini-powered products at planet scale. This is where Google's TPUs have a massive built-in advantage. Dirt cheap at scale for predictable workloads keeps Google's own inference bill under control, and Google runs more inference than anyone on Earth. Now available on Google Cloud to anyone willing to run on the TPU stack. Now, TPUs don't try to be the fastest, they try to be the most economical when you're servicing billions of queries a day. And for that specific job, they're ridiculously hard to beat. Winner of Tier 2 for hyperscale predictable inference, Google's TPUs. Tier 3, enterprise AI adoption. Banks, retailers, logistic giants, healthcare, companies already living inside AWS. This is where AWS Trainium and Inferentia are making their move. Native integration with everything already running on AWS. Aggressive price performance claims. AWS says 40 to 50% cheaper than comparable GPUs. Over 60% of the Fortune 500 already pay AWS every month, and they're not going to rip that out. Enterprises don't want the theoretically fastest chip, they want the chip that's easiest to deploy tomorrow inside the cloud that they already use. The winner of Tier 3 so far, AWS, for anyone already all in on their ecosystem. So here's the answer the industry is scared to say out loud. There is no single king of the AI chip war. There are 3 different battlegrounds and 3 different winners. NVIDIA owns frontier training, Google TPUs own hyperscale inference, and AWS is pushing hard to own the enterprise. But zoom out one level and the real winners become obvious. The companies that own the full stack win the war. Chip plus software plus cloud plus distribution plus data. Well, NVIDIA has it, Google has it, and AWS has it. Everyone else, they rent. So if you're looking at Alphabet as an investment, here's the actual takeaway. Alphabet doesn't need to win every tier. It only needs to win the tier that matters most to its business, large-scale inference. Search, ads, YouTube, Gemini. That's where the real money is made, and TPUs were literally built in-house for exactly that job. So the so-called AI chip war isn't a threat to Alphabet at all. It's a moat, a cost advantage most competitors will never have. So stop asking, will NVIDIA crush Google, and start asking which companies truly control their own AI cost structure and which ones are stuck renting someone else's. Alphabet is in the first group. First, follow the money. NVIDIA is taking home 70 to 80% of all AI chip dollars spent by big tech right now. Google, they build their own. That cash never leaves the house. Guess whose free cash flow margin looks prettier in 2026? Second, keep an eye on TPU-6, codename Ironwood. Now, Google has started hinting it will finally play nice with the big open weight models. If that happens, for the first time, you'll have a real alternative to NVIDIA for cheap planet scale inference, even for models you didn't train yourself. Third, and the simplest way to think about it, NVIDIA sells the picks and shovels, Alphabet owns the goldmine and makes its own shovels. Different businesses, different winner. So yeah, NVIDIA can keep on printing money, but Alphabet gets to keep most of its profits. That's the part that Wall Street still hasn't fully priced in. And that's the real AI chip war, and Alphabet is sitting exactly where it wants to be. That's it for this episode. Next one, we're diving into something even crazier. Do not miss it. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and like if this was useful to you. I'm Grant, and I'll see you next time.